I'd now like to welcome Maribel Steel and her guide dog, Dindy. Mother of four, Maribel Steel is an internationally recognised writer and advocate. She also hosted a cooking segment on national TV earlier this year. Very much looking forward to hearing from Maribel and, of course, Dindy, who'll be right beside her on stage. Come on up.
I've got to park my black Porsche.
And here's the lectern.
Lectern, thank you. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Fellow graduates and special guests. First of all, my guide dog Dindy would like to acknowledge all her furry companions for having gone through all those difficult tests the trainers put them through. No food, no dogs. So let's give them a big woof. I'd like to share with you how I first met Dindy. Christina and Marita, two trainers from Guide Dogs, came to my house to introduce Dindy, who may be my working guide dog. I was so excited. I raced out of the house to greet them. Dindy jumped out the car and sniffed the ground. I didn't take it personally. I was just a human. She was just a dog. So Christina suggested, why don't we put her harness on and we'll all go for a walk around the block? Well, I'm sorry, Christina, it wasn't a walk. It was more like a jog, a sprint, a canter. And when we got home, panting, the trainers and me, that is, we discussed, how did I feel? What did I think? Could I perhaps work with Dindy? On the walk, I had noticed her lovely instincts for being curious, looking down every pathway, and I thought, aha, she's going to like shopping with me. But Dindy did a very lovely thing, because I still wasn't sure. While we were talking, she lay across my feet, and I felt her relapse into trust. Now, I think at guide dogs, they don't tell us this, but they train them to be cute as well as smart. And I said, yes, I really want to work with Dindy. So the training day came, and as you know, we go to the Q Centre, and it is intensive training. The trainers won't tell you that. But in February, we were out pounding the pavement by 8:30 to avoid the summer heat. Fortunately, we could ask the trainers that on our way home, we had to get coffee as our positive reinforcement. It's all about positive reinforcement. So on the second day, when Dindy came to my room, well, I could tell that Dindy was way out of her comfort zone. How? Well, she was sniffing the ground again and looking at the door, waiting for Christina to return. Actually, she wasn't just waiting, she was snorting to sniff up any molecules of evidence that Christina was still in the building. Eamon, another trainer, came by, knocked on the door. Maribel, what's Dindy doing? She sounds like some creature out of Jurassic Park. So that day, my job was to befriend her, to make her feel comfortable, to try and show her that I could be trusted. Well, she was on and off her bed most of that night. And it was a long night. And at 2 a.m. I thought, I might have to call the night nurse to settle my so-called baby. But I went to sleep. Now, what happened the next day was amazing. I put my hand down to where her bed was, and a warm tongue licked my hand. Oh, that was Dindy, by the way. and her tail was thumping on my bed. She was saying hello for the first time. I cannot tell you that feeling. From that moment, my beautiful Dindy and I are inseparable and have been inseparable. And I'd like to thank guide dogs for their vision in matching us together, because I really do believe that she and I are perfect for one another. So what I want to tell you is something that I learned also at guide dogs training. When you're with the trainers and the staff, don't say the F word. Now, I was out one day with Dindy and we were on the street and Eamon was by my side just watching, and we had a slight dog distraction, and Dindy went to the left and I didn't quite move her on forward quick enough. And I didn't mean to, but I said the F word in front of Eamon and I said, "Oh, I failed that one." And he came rushing up to me, "Maribel, did I hear you say the F word?" I never want to hear you say the word failed. And he reminded me, it's just another opportunity to try again. So that's a great mantra we can take on. We haven't failed. We get the opportunity to try again. So one other thing I'd like to leave with you is some advice for my fellow graduates. Now, you know that interesting question we all get? What's your dog's name? Do you think we could all say our dog's name is Sarah? Well, my friend Amir and I tried it out recently. We were at a school. Hi, Amir. And we came in and the staff said, "Oh, hi, Amir. What's your dog's name?" And he said, "Sarah." Actually, he said another name, but I'm not going to give it away. And they looked at me and said, "What's your dog's name?" And I said, "Sarah." And they went, "Oh, what a coincidence." So you see, it can work. We can unite and we won't have that problem ever again. So to conclude, and with all jokes aside, I really do want to give my heartfelt thanks to everyone in this room and who hasn't come today, but that have played a super role in raising, caring and nurturing for our dogs. You are doing an amazing job for us, making the dogs the best they can be, for us to be the best we can be, and together we do the best we can do. I do want to give a very special thanks to my generous sponsor, Ken, and to the wonderful Mandy Jarvis and her family, who's just so dedicated to Dindy. And we go on puppy dates now, which is wonderful. And I really, from my heart, thank you for making her a beautiful, wonderful, caring companion and amazing guide dog. Because I believe that individually we are inspiring. Together, we are simply awesome. So graduates, go forth, have wonderful adventures. Thank you very much.